You are far away. That's weird.
Yep. I got oh, let me fix my camera.
Oh shit! You're building your
Doing a little deck building.
stuff, man.
I thought
Interesting.
I'm having a difficult morning though.
Oh,
Um
really?
I passed out on my bed,
Oh shit.
but
What?
I don't remember when. Even I didn't even drink last night or nothing. It's just I don't know. And then so like I woke up, my phone wasn't charged. Um my laptop was on my bed for some reason on, and I was like, what the heck?
I I ended up leaving my I had taken my Neutrona wand, the Ghostbusters proton pack weapon, the stream thrower. I had taken it downstairs because I was looking up some things for my 3D printer and whatnot, and I ended up leaving it there. My son brought it and set it because he wakes up earlier than we do, and he goes and gets like a small starter breakfast, like a cereal bar or something until we get up to do more. And I woke up with the Neutrona wand like right next to me in bed. Like, what the fuck is this thing? And I had accidentally hit a button, so it made a noise, and it's scared me. But it was cool. It was nice. It's like, oh, my son loves me. He tried to try to take care of me, and um yeah, man. But I oh whoa, the music on that is going. That's not the music that I wanted. Today we got a lot of different things to talk about. So let's go ahead and get our little intro video out of the way so we can get the show started. I almost put Multiverse Mondays file. I see it saves like the folder of whatever you were open up last, and last we did the Marvel Multiverse. But anyways, here we go, guys. Let's do this. Welcome to the show. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. More on them in a bit. Yeah, I actually fell asleep playing an emulator. I was playing Pokemon Leaf Green
Oh yeah.
on the tablet. I got an emulator, and I could put my PS4 controller on it, so I just kind of like set it up and have fun because like Pokemon Red and Blue were great. I mean, those are still some of the best RPG games that there are, but uh Fire Red and Leaf Green or whatever it was called, the enhanced GBA versions of Red and Blue.
hmm
I really like those. I really do. I get a dig out of them. So we mentioned it the other day that we both like Magic, and I was like, hey, I got some packs I haven't opened yet, and I thought I'd open them. And Manny actually went out and bought a new Commander deck, and you're working on a Commander deck,
Well, I
man.
just bought a yeah. Well, yeah,
Tell
I
us a little
did.
bit about what you got going on. I saw that it was a green and black primary.
So green and black life, and I mean it's pretty much my I like to give my decks fun names.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a um Calamax the Stormshire deck. I call him the DJ Cali because it's a really a copy deck more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And so DJ Khaled, another one, another one, another one. So that's my running joke. And then my mono green, I just call it the Incredible Hulk because it's green and it just keeps growing as it gets angry. Is mono green is probably one of the dumbest things in
Oh God,
Magic.
yeah.
It's on the other side of the spectrum of blue where it's like Mother May I, which I will never build a deck like that where it's just like nope, nope.
I'll
It's
tell you.
like
I'll tell you what though. I've seen some solid colored decks on some tournaments. I mean,
mhm.
the people spent some money on some cards, but dear God, I've seen some blue stuff with just walls and the proper instance that dude just wiped the floor without taking damn. I don't remember his name, but legitimately, it was it was a fairly quick match because it just the guy gave up. He resigned because the blue deck had enough protection and instance out the ass to block and counter spell, and the guy just couldn't do anything. But yeah, anyways, continue on.
No, yeah, it sucks sometimes. I hate playing decks like that because it's like, hey, I want to play also. Like, let me do what I'm trying to do. I'll let you do what you're trying to do. Except when I feel like it's starting and we can't play anymore.
Yeah. So
But
what got you into Magic, man? Like how long ago?
how long ago, dude? I've been playing Magic since I was in middle school.
Me
So
too. Damn.
I don't
That's
know. I
crazy.
was one of those nerds. I still am a nerd. But let's be real, Kyle.
Yeah.
Things that we thought were cool in middle school, we got I know this is a tough word for it because it's probably a little too rough, but whatever. We were persecuted for it.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good way to put it.
my love for
Legit.
superheroes back in middle school was not reciprocated by pop culture the way it is now.
Mm-mm. No.
Uh definitely my love for Magic, and also as well as Pokemon, and just things like that. It was always games like Final Fantasy and whatever, and this and that, and there's a specific type of people that play those games,
Mm-hmm.
or and everybody, and if you were a part of that group, you were a nerd, right? Or
Yeah.
you were just uncool.
The geek, the outcast.
But oh, how the tables have turned, right?
Oh God, yeah, dude. Like I'm actually like Magic's still not as big as like a Pokemon is, but it's bigger than it was when I was last big into it in the mid 2000s. My buddy actually got me my very first trading card game was one from Dungeons and Dragons. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a spin-off of that. My dad had gotten some, and then we had a couple of like military based card games, like a Navy ship one and stuff like that. And then I discovered Magic in '97 thanks to my buddy CJ who played, and I got into it then, and I stuck with it pretty solid till about '03. So for a good, what, 5-6 years, I was heavy, and then I sold my collection. I kind of got out of it. I was playing at a local. It wasn't Friday night Magic at this point. It was Saturday like afternoons, and my car was broken, transmission issue. So my girlfriend dropped me off at the time. And no joke, this sounds like one of those like TV moments or whatever. But when she came back, she actually came in to pick me up when I was done. And I remember saying, "Hey, I'm almost finished with this match. Just give me a few minutes." And the guy was like, "Who is that?" I was like, "That's my girlfriend." And he's like, "You got a girlfriend that looks like that?" And like legitimately, I looked around and I thought to myself, I really like this game, but these people, as they are right now, I'm not getting anything from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were all very stereotype, and I like, because I was an army brat. I was a bit different. Like, we still had the persecution and stuff when we were younger, but by the time we reached high school, most of us had moved around so many times that the biggest dividers for us were officer kids versus enlisted kids. And there were enough anime fans, enough gaming fans, because the military is so diverse, that while I didn't have a huge group of friends that were into it, I did have smaller groups of friends that were into things, but nobody I could find that was like me played Magic. It was all the stereotypes. So I sold my collection for about $1,500. Probably could have gotten more, but I had a few decent cards that were worth a few $100s here and there. I probably had more, but I sold it, and then I got back into it a few years ago, and I showed you my big collection.
Yeah.
So
My boxes are all in the back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's funny how you mention the community sometimes because it has such a range of age groups that if you
Mm-hmm.
don't find the right group, you could be turned off completely. We
Exactly.
had we had a Friday Night Magic group here in our town. It just like it did its purpose, but the age gap was so different between a lot of the players that there was constant problems.
Mm.
And there was immaturity and there was just lack of respect. And because you can treat certain people a certain way, but once there's that age gap, there needs to be a little bit more respect, right, to
Yeah.
somebody that's a little bit older. Like a high school kid should not be talking to like a 30-year-old a certain way, and that
Yeah.
causes
Not
problems.
not the way that they do on Call of Duty or Fortnite. That's different
Yeah.
because you're not in front of the
Right,
person.
right, exactly. So it's it just didn't work out. They just stopped doing it because
Nice.
there was hurt feelings
Great.
and yeah. But I mean, right now I'm enjoying the fact that a lot of my friends got either now just for the first time into Magic or went back to it. And when there was only one or two people I could play with before, now there's quite a group, and
Yeah.
it was great. I'm like, you guys are finally catching up.
I got Christine into it. She's actually got, quite a few of her own cards, and she's played. And yeah, I got a Kaldheim booster pack right now. I figured I could open up a couple. This is just a standard pack. Um one of the
Oh man,
things one of the things
we're opening cards now.
yeah, what
That's it.
we're that group only today. So I learned
Next week we're opening Pokemon cards, guys. We're finding that
a
Charizard.
one of the conventions I went to, because I don't collect like most people do, right? I mean, you see all my stuff just about is open, right? And so I used to be the guy, I'm touching the cards all over the brims and the edges and stuff. And I learned a little bit about holding specific cards. But do you remember how Pokemon cards used to be like the special card was always in the same position? So you could be, I think it was like the third card from the back, so you could like set it up to where it would be the last card, and then you get to go through all of your cards just get to your last one. But Magic, they pretty much just put it back at the end,
Right.
and I happened to get a legendary creature, Wolf. This is Sarulf Realm Eater. And yeah, he's a rare guy. He's not foil, but there's some camera
Mm-hmm.
glare there. But yeah, we got him. And I like how in the Kaldheim deck, it's very Viking oriented. And we got our Snowlands back. I don't know if you remember Snowlands.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
get back into those.
Snowlands are back with Kaldheim. And yeah, so I got a nice legendary creature. It's a non foil rare. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. One thing I did find interesting about what Magic has started doing is their premium booster packs, like the 15
Yeah.
card regular draft boosters. They're the same as always. It's a lottery. Hell, I've gotten a card that's worth $30 out of one of those. But they do have these new what they call set boosters. There's only 12 cards in them. They usually come with like a special art card and a higher chance of like full art foils. They're $1 more. And then they have an even specialer. It comes in like a box instead with a little packet inside, and I think it's only 10 cards, but all 10 are going to be like alternate art, full art, things like that. And the Strixhaven kit, man, have you gotten to play with it at all? Seen some of the like the way they set it up, almost like Harry Potter with the
Dude, I was just about to
schoolhouses.
say that.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. So I picked up two of their commander sets. They're blue, green, red. I'm so bad with names that I always, yeah, whatever. So oh no, so I picked up the Prismari set because obviously it was gonna there was a bunch of cards in there that was gonna benefit my Calamax deck. And then actually just yesterday the one I picked up was the with the Witherbloom, which is the the green black, and that one's all about gaining life and taking everybody else's life. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm looking at it right now, and that's actually what I've taken apart right here. And there's not a whole lot that I really feel like I need to change right off the bat. Uh,
nice.
to play with. There's a lot of value here in synergy. I will say I am changing. I'm not using Willow Dusk Essence Seer. She's the feature card on the
Hmm.
front. I'm actually going to my main reason was to because obviously my background in cooking, I wanted to use a Master Chef as my commander. So
What did you think of? I don't know if you got to mess with the Throne of Eldraine and the actual food item cards, the food tokens, where you can like gain life and things like that. I
so
don't know if you
so
messed
this
with
is my
that.
first experience with it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it was funny because I'm looking at it and I was like, food tokens. But
Yeah,
given what it does, I like it because it's different. I've played with everything else fairly easily, and I've never really messed with food tokens. And what makes this fun is gnome's ability is that I'm able um to sacrifice a food token and a creature will be indestructible to the end of turn. So that
nice.
can save my ass quite a bit. But overall, what I want to do with this deck is just gain life and then lose life, and that's my main currency.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I don't know if you've had this experience, but especially if you play Commander, after a while you realize that your life really ain't worth much. You're
No.
able to take hits, take as long as you're not being one shot by some green fool. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll take 5, I'll take 3, I'll take whatever because it
Yeah.
really doesn't. Because 40 life is a lot. So
Hmm. And when you've got those cards, those especially in the black card where you sacrifice a little bit of life to do some additional damage, commander is really set up for that. So these 12 card set boosters, they do come with like an art card. I
oh,
usually
nice.
give these to my son because he likes them.
Hmm.
But I know some people that collect them and put them in like frames. Some of them will end up being signed. I have they're numbered and whatnot, but some of them will get like a gold signature, and I might hold on to those. But these usually come with a foil land card.
Foil
Very
lands are nice.
very often. Yes, I love how if you yeah, exactly. Full
Godzilla
art
lands.
and foil. I love that. Theros Beyond Death has the coolest land cards there is, and maybe during the commercial break I'll grab one. But let's
Cool.
check out the big cards that I got here. Unfortunately, just a common foil, but it is the Silver Quill Campus. It's a land, so I can tap it and add either white or black, or I can pay 4, tap, and scry 1. So that's not too bad. I'll tell you what I really do like, and I like it when they're foil, is these full art cards.
Oh yeah, those are fun,
I
dude.
love the way they look, and most of the Strixhaven, like when I bought the 10 pack starter kit for the deck, it had a bunch of those full art ones. You get a lot of uncommons and rares. Like there's another rare in the deck. Cody Phosphorus Codex. legendary artifact creature, construct. Jesus, you can't cast permanent spells, but tap 4, tap this card and add any color mana. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. Till your end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. That's pretty decent. Put each other card exiled in this way on the bottom of your library. So that's not too bad. You get to save some exiles and get a deck shuffle in there. I'll tell you what, I always do. Do you put in deck shufflers on purpose just in case?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my big go-to things.
Yeah, because sometimes, sometimes your land's not hitting right or things like that, and it is vital to be able to shuffle your deck quite a bit. I love scrying.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, there's been such a higher value now since it was explained to me how good like a ponder or brainstorm is in a deck, just because of the fact that you can anticipate, and well, that's another good card also for the same reason, and plan your moves a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, I mean, tons of value.
It's a fun game. What makes it fun is there's so many different ways to play Magic. You know, you've got modern, which allows you to use decks from like 10, 15 years. You've got standard, which uses the most current decks, and they rotate every fall. You've got commander like you with the 100 card deck and the legendary creature in charge of it. What's cool is there's a way for you to get into Magic today without having to worry about all of the specific mechanics. Just learning the basic phases of, you know, drawing, setting out your land, declaring your attackers, declaring your defenders, your second main. Like, that is really easy to get. It's not as easy as, say, maybe Pokemon, but this is a game that like I said, my wife plays. She gets a kick out of it. It keeps growing, and so far nobody in the last couple of years has gotten jumped in a Target parking lot.
The thing also is all the cards, they have the instructions right there.
Yes.
Very, very clearly, and they're very what's also very nice of them, and it's something that I've never really found annoying, is I was trying to see if I could have one right
like
here.
The flavor with the storyline on it.
The flavor's always fun too.
Yeah.
But hypothetically, okay, well, I don't have one in front of me, but if it has menace, it will also explain what menace is.
Yep.
On every card. It doesn't just
almost
leave
every,
you,
but yeah.
Yeah, but most of them, it won't leave you in the dark.
Yep.
As far as what an ability is, just in case you forget. Because hell, I forget shit all the time.
And their website is actually amazing at their card catalog, their rules, even the story is awesome, man. Like to me, they are really, really good at, and I'll go ahead and just bring it up because I really am impressed at how well they do. The basic rules, you can actually print these things out and have them for yourself. Literally going, I mean, look, this might seem daunting when you look at how many rules there are, but really, like Manny said, they put it on the card, and then again, you don't have to go far. Literally, just go to the main Magic website, go to play, and here's all your versions. You can find a place to go play at, and the rules, and then again, the card database is phenomenal. It'll tell you whether or not it can be used in a certain deck, if it's banned, tournament play. Now's a really good time, ladies and gentlemen, to get into Magic the Gathering.
There's also really good YouTube channels like the Command Zone. Sorry, I can't talk. I tried to make coffee this morning without boiling water. Yeah, that happened. And then Anyway, so they have this thing called game nights where 4 players will play commander, but
Mhm.
they'll every time everything they do, they're vocalizing, they're highlighting the cards and abilities, and so they make it real easy for anyone to follow.
Yeah.
And so I highly suggest that. As a matter of fact, this week they had a special guest on game nights, Post Malone. He's a big Magic guy.
Wow.
So yeah, there's that. But dude, come on, like I to continue on your point earlier, so many ways to play. So yeah, there's so many different types of rule of rules and sets or whatever to play, like you said, commander or modern or whatever. Whatever. I'm
You
rambling now.
got modern, standard,
Standard. That's the one I
commander.
was looking for.
Yeah.
But then within the cards themselves, you can play so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to build a fast deck where what you're gonna do is set up your lands it real quick and just
Mm-hmm.
create big giant green beasts? Do you want to be an asshole and play blue, where you're just not gonna let people do anything, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna have nothing, but at the same time, so is everyone else because you're not letting them play anything. You want to
Yeah.
play
Counter,
black?
counter, counter, counter.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You want to play at some point you're like, can I play this? And instead of actually playing it, you can play black, where it's going to be all about you actually want things in your graveyard, and you're going to
Mm-hmm.
take hits, and you're going to take hits to your life, because whatever, that's the whole point. We're playing from our graveyard. Play white, you can, and red, just burn things, just burn everything. Goblins are assholes, bro.
Yes, they are.
Jesus
I
Christ,
love
man.
my goblin decks.
Goblins are just they're fun. They're fun.
It's because the horde abilities and the
Mm-hmm.
haste and what's the other one where they don't tap
Vigilance.
vigilance, yeah, vigilance and minute, like goblins are they're so light, there's so many 1/1s, one twos, or
They're
two
quick
ones,
too.
but they all have like a one or two mana cost, and they all have some sort of a ability that makes it worth it so let's go ahead and take a word from our sponsors real quick, and I think we might talk a little more magic, but definitely going to get into some horror discussion, because Manny finally saw The Descent, which he mentioned yesterday, and wants to
Yeah.
talk a little bit about it. So yeah, let's take this word from Grow Generation.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. For all of your cultivation needs, Grow Generation has the right products, service and staff to make your grow successful. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
All right, thank you guys so much for sponsoring the show. We really appreciate it. I was gonna grab my commander deck because I've only got one, and then I remembered I put everything back in the suitcase and covered it all up, and I don't know which box it's in. So
Were you only
I'll
gonna
have to
open
show
one
that
pack?
to you later time. You want me to do one more? Sure.
on,
I'll do one more of the Strixhaven and see if I get lucky and get a mythic rare foil full art. That's the dream, right?
The full art, yeah.
The full art mythic rare full. So I bought. I like these new. I mean, it's not necessarily good for the environment, the like cardboard packaging outside, but it does reduce theft. However, I did at Walmart last year pick up a few packs, and when I got to the car, I realized somebody had stealthily opened these up and took the foils out. So I went right back.
Sure.
Yeah, I went right back in. I was like, look, I know it might seem like I may have done this, but I literally just walked out of this store like 3 minutes ago, and these packs were open. They were nice enough. They gave me the benefit of the doubt, and they allowed me to go look for more packs that hadn't been open. And dude, there was about 10 of them left in the little area for the cards. fill that had indeed been opened. So
Wow.
yeah, that sucks. So let's see what we got here out of our next Strixhaven. Again, the art card, I actually like that one. That one's pretty cool. Nice little
Oh, that is cool.
evil witch looking, almost
Overall,
like
man,
a
artwork on
Agatha.
these cards is phenomenal. That's I think one of the things I enjoy also. Just sometimes looking at some cards like just in awe. They're so
Yeah.
fun.
So we got an instant. This is interesting. It doesn't even have numbers on it. This is from a different set. Oh my god. I don't even know what this is. I'm gonna have to look, man. It's called Scred. He does not have like normal normal markings on the bottom. For like the numbers and stuff. They're not there. I know I'm trying to get hard on autofocus, but it's not there, and it's got a very strange thing for the for the symbol. Stonerise Spirit, another foil common. But again, with the Strixhaven set, an uncommon. That's still there. An uncommon full art. For Revitalize, you gain 3 life. Draw a card, dude. That only costs 1 colorless and 1 white,
Nice.
and that is 3 life plus draw a card. That goes in one of my white decks for certain. Sedgemoor Witch. Ooh, actually, I think that's her. Let's
Nice.
see. What do you think? I think that's the same character.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Actually,
the headpiece doesn't look very similar.
so this is Sedgemoor Witch, and this says Shade Wing Lorette. So, similar. Maybe they're from the same house, because they got that Harry Potter house thing going on there.
It's kind of fun, man.
I got a legendary creature, Orc Shaman, Rutha, the Mercurial Artist. She's a blue-red. Return Rutha, Mercurial Artist, to its owner's hand. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. That's not too shabby either.
Oh, that's a nice one.
So yeah, got a forest land standard. Another legendary creature with lifelink, Killian, Ink Duelist. He's got lifelink and menace. Spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 mana less. White black. That is actually not too shabby of a card if you were looking to build a commander deck with him. So Strixhaven might have some really good commander potential. And then I got a rare basic conjuration, a sorcery lesson. I'm not too familiar with the lesson mechanic yet, but yeah. That's gonna do it for me for Magic, man. That was fun. I like sharing the cards. I like seeing that you're into it, and we should definitely play some arena, or even play over Zoom. That is one of the coolest things. So a long time ago, webcams didn't exist, but I did play Pokemon and Magic online on the honor system. You know, hey, we used to use we had a print of symbols, and so like if you had a Pikachu on the board, you would just have like P for Pikachu, and then you would have like the hit points or whatever. And we played on the buddy system. But now with cameras, you don't even need the app. You can play Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, over Zoom. I just thought of that. That is so fucking cool. You know what else is cool, man? The Descent. The Descent is a fucking great, underrated horror movie that I don't know a lot of people that watch it, but every person that does loves it. Talk to me, buddy.
So, The Descent is my girlfriend's favorite horror movie.
Nice.
and she had mentioned to me like just 100 times already, because obviously we've watched so many other horror films and whatnot. And so as I told you, we've watched As Above, Down Below. What's it called? Recently we watched
Yeah, as
the
above, so below, or
As
down.
Above, So
Yeah.
Below, and it's in the sense that you go underground, it's similar,
Mhm.
and that's kind of where it ends. But it started the conversation about The Descent and how good that is, and just on a whim, we were just hanging out on Tuesday, and we decided to check it out, and she was very excited for me to watch it, dude. Like it's well paced. There's a scene in there where somebody gets stuck in between in a tunnel, and I started hyperventilating. It made me very uncomfortable. And then the some of the jump scares, and the funny thing about them is that they're not, like nothing's moving.
Right.
Like one of the first times when one of the creatures, like the camera pans and the creature's behind her, dude, I almost fell off the damn couch. Because I'm so intently focused on the fact that they're stuck right here
In that
and
play.
just got out of that tunnel and everything. And then all of a sudden, it's just there. No sound, no nothing. Just, oh dude, I jump back so hard. And then there's another part where they're walking through a tunnel and the creature's like just hanging there. I was like, I was like, do not ugh. It was very smart, very well done.
Yeah.
It's you know, on IMDb. Well, you had it up right now. It's rated pretty high for a horror flick.
Yes.
So,
yes, it's got a 7.2 out of 10 from the fans, and let's see the Descent Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see what it got. 86 from
right,
critics
yeah.
and 76 audience. And you're right, dude. It's insane to see that in horror movies. But it is a really, really good one, and it's one of those that goes under the radar constantly.
Yes.
Directed and written by Neil Marshall, and just to give you guys an idea of who he is, he did 2019's Reckoning Hellboy, which was not very well received. He looks like he was just the director on that. Let's see, maybe writer. Let's see. No. He did write both. He did write The Descent, and then he had the character credit for Descent 2, which wasn't that great. Did you see the second one yet?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
First one.
First one's great. Director, a couple episodes of Lost in Space, Westworld, Hannibal, Game of Thrones. He did Watchers on the Wall and Blackwater. 2 episodes, 1 in 14 and 1 in 12. Black Sails. So you guys can see, like, he produced a lot of the new Lost in Space series, which I absolutely love. But he doesn't have the world's biggest IMDb page.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you guys, The Descent it's a classic.
It is. It should be a staple in horror.
You get, correct me if I'm wrong. This is how I usually describe it to people. I say, take Alien and then dumb kids in a cave. Because of the claustrophobia, the thought of being hunted, the inescapability of things. I always kind of got that Alien Ridley Scott feel from it, but it's not in space, of course.
I'm not sure if that's what I'd call it, just because Alien's such a sci-fi thing, and I almost feel it's yeah, I guess it's a little similar, but there was one alien chasing you. This is a
whole bunch. Yeah.
A whole colony.
They managed to kind of take what makes some horror movies more actiony by having too many creatures and still manage to keep it from going that route.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was thoroughly stoked with it and glad that you got to see it and enjoy it. My uncle's a huge horror fan and absolutely loves that stuff. So, what about Evil Dead, man? Did you like Evil Dead?
Evil
Any of
Dead
them?
was fun. So I saw Evil Dead in the drive-in last year, and that was an experience in its own. Just because it's a movie that a lot of people probably enjoyed on at the drive-in. I can tell that they were trying everything in as far as how to make practical horror effects.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at one point, I remember turning to my girlfriend and going, "Is that oatmeal?" And only later to find out that it was actually oatmeal. And
Yeah.
so just I mean, besides the really sketchy scene in early on, the entire thing I think is really a testament to what practical effects could be in a horror film.
The reason I bring it up, of course, is what I've got over here on the screen right now, man.
Hmm.
An Evil Dead video game. It's not the first time Ash has ever been in a video game, but I'm telling you, this here looks like a what is the one where you're in the mall with all the zombies, Rising Dead or Dead Rising or something like that. This looks like maybe an open world version of that because Ash always did things like using what was around him to make weapons, the chainsaw arm and the shotgun and whatnot. And Dead Rising did the same, with like
Hmm.
the nails and the bats and things like that. I'm really like I watched this before the show started. I'm not against this idea at all. This
No.
actually looks fun, man. I don't know if this is the first time you're seeing it, but what do you think about an Evil Dead game like this?
Well, I like it. I mean, Evil Dead is quite the franchise now. It even had a TV show and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be quite a bit that you should be able to take from it and then continue to build on through a video game. It's a smart idea. Um, I think it's great, and so it gives fans a chance to. It's a little different than it's a horror game that's not Resident Evil. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with Resident Evil. I
No.
love Resident Evil, and that's gonna be my favorite forever. But this is gonna just be a little bit different. It almost in a weird way seems like a lighter tone.
Yeah.
So just have fun with it. It
I
it,
like
it is
that.
good.
I'm impressed with the gameplay there. Let's see here. Does it have a release date? That came from IGN, and they just have 2021 right now. Combat looks great. Storyline will be what it is. You saw characters from all over the Evil Dead franchise. You saw Ash. You saw what's his name from Army of Darkness, the guy from the other kingdom that he helps save that ends up coming and rescuing them towards the end of the day. Um, I almost miss IP games. Like there was a day and age
Mhm.
when video games for movies came out all the time and they weren't always good, but the ones that were really like. Do you remember Spider-Man 2 on
Yeah.
GameCube and PlayStation 2?
Hmm.
The first open world Spider-Man game, like that was
Yeah. Phenomenal.
groundbreaking.
Hmm.
um it was awesome, but then by the time we got to the MCU, I remember when Iron Man came out, I couldn't wait for the video game and it sucked.
Yeah.
And then Thor, I was like, okay, maybe Thor would. Nope, that sucked. It's like I don't know. Uh, things about movies have changed. We used to always get the movie theme song. They tried to do it with Eminem and Venom. Blah. Excuse me.
Venom.
And then the game tie-ins and stuff.
Hmm.
I wonder why all of that really, like, besides low quality, but like even theme songs, like, why did they go away? That makes no sense to me.
I don't know, man. It's just changing of times. Maybe things are a little bit more expensive now. To just be nice. So I know we're running out of time, but
Sure.
we cannot not talk about the amazing Masters of the Universe trailer.
Oh God, yes, absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Let me bring that up. So I will let you guys know that YouTube is kind of treating us. I don't want to say unfair,
like second-class
fairly.
citizens.
They are treating us as if we're not a media platform. So when you guys are hearing the audio reduced for these trailers, or you see watermarks on it, that's us covering our asses to try to get them to understand, hey, we're not just some dude with a channel, okay? So let me get this queued up for us, and I'm gonna try to have some of the audio for especially the audio listeners. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. If you're listening on your favorite podcast app, follow us, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's check this out, Manny, because I don't even like He-Man, and this got me pumped. So here we go.
Time after time you try to take this castle, but you will never succeed, Skeletor.
The animation.
Mm-hmm.
Powerhouse, man. These guys need to do everything.
It's
And
funny
the
because
music.
as I was watching it, I was like, "Is that
Yes.
what I think it is?" And I was like, the way it's building up right now, I was like, this is gonna be epic.
I mean, just this is 80s just in high definition.
Yeah.
Look at this. I don't even like He-Man, and I'm like, I'm watching this. Look at that. It's so crisp and clean, and nothing like Castlevania.
No, this is somebody who really liked He-Man and made He-Man.
And I like that the same studio can do different. Look at Orko, dude. Oh, Mark Hamill's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, bravo, guys. So Manny, when you first saw it, were you a He-Man fan as a kid?
Dude, no.
Okay, so you're a lot like me.
I know the character. I know the history of the toys and everything. I think they're cool, but I think that for me, it was a little too early for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really went back and watched it. I'm right after He-Man. So, but to see that trailer, it was kind of like, oh, so that's why they liked it.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine that in the 80s they had similar type of marketing of its time, and you had guys and girls obviously, but just like, whoa, this is radically different.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like the animation for it is so just crisp, and the music with it, and the characters are just like so kind of bulky, and just
it's everything that it should have been. Like that, seeing that makes me even more angry that we don't get Kevin Smith's Howard the Duck.
Oh.
Look,
Okay.
the story could be crap. Like when the show actually comes out, it could be terrible. We know that Kevin Smith is his own biggest fan, and that he can do some bad stuff. But Mark Bernardin is a part of this, and he comes off to me as a guy that is definitely not afraid to tell Kevin no.
Uh-huh.
And I know you've spoken with Mark. Or was that Gig? No, that was you.
That was Gig. That was not
No,
me.
it was Gig. Okay. He comes off as a good, grounded guy that while he'll get super excited and he might think an idea is good, Kevin will run with that idea. Mark seems like he has that ability to be like, okay, I think it's a good idea, but not everyone else might think it's a good idea. So I'm really hopeful that I might get a chance to enjoy He-Man, which is something I've never
it
done.
looks good. And for everyone who all of a sudden took this as a moment to start complaining about She-Ra and not having a movie, it's not about her. She's had her successful time. Right now, it's about the power. It's about He-Man.
Yeah.
I'm totally stoked that a fan like Kevin Smith's making, like, his indie films are fun and everything. Like, I like the guy because he's such a fan.
Yeah.
And he makes me, and when he does like interviews or when he talks on his podcast or when he does work like this, I feel like he's doing it as the voice of the fans. You know, kind of that, because I love it.
I can compare. I know he's not Smith, but I know that Whedon is not everyone's favorite person. His name's not the best name in the world right now, but the same type of thing I see in the first Avengers film. You know what I'm saying? That love for the comics. He put panels on the screen. He gave us the fucking helicarrier. Smith is that person. You gave him He-Man, and he gave the world He-Man. Exactly what every He-Man fan would want from all outward appearances. So that hits pretty soon on Netflix. I'll be checking it out, and I still say Powerhouse. Do Shattered Grid animated Power Rangers miniseries. For the love of God, Higgins, I know you said that you're done with Power Rangers. Please, 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 pretty please, to talk to Netflix, to talk to Viacom or who owns Power Rangers right now? It's Viacom or Disney.
Disney owns Power Rangers.
Okay. I don't remember. It's been bought and sold so many fucking times, and restructured. But Higgins' Shattered Grid run is fucking amazing. And could you imagine a TV-14 Power Rangers done by Powerhouse?
Right.
Just like no Castlevania, just TV-14 Powerhouse, guys.
Well,
and Higgins,
it's like watching Voltron, though.
But did you read Shattered Grid?
No, I haven't.
Oh God, so good. Well, you know Kyle
Higgins,
Higgins, so yeah.
Yes,
Anyways, guys, let's wrap this up. It's a Friday. We've been going for over an hour already. It's all good. Thank you guys so much for listening this week, joining us on our little magic adventure and self-indulgence. If you would like to see us do some more things like that, let us know. I am thinking about doing some Friday Night Magic videos, interviews, kind of like a fun thing, special stuff, not necessarily part of the show, but part of our LRM's Genreverse podcast network work. Speaking of all that, go to lrmonline.com every day for all of your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Check out the YouTube channel, hit that red subscribe button, please, and also hit the bell so you'll be notified when Animeversal, Daily Cup of Genre, Breaking Geek Radio, No Mercy when it comes back. What else we got? The Cantina's coming out today. Lots of Star Wars news to talk about. Lots of great shows, and of course, dozens of celebrity interviews, producers, writers, creators, actors, and actresses going up every week. So like, share, subscribe, do all of that. Manny, tell us a little bit about what might be coming up this weekend or next week.
Well, everyone's probably excited this weekend about In the Heights. So I got you. We have 8 different cast members that we talked to, and those went up throughout the week. Fantastic movie, and all of the people were so very nice. I got some Walking Dead stuff coming up with the Blu-ray release of A Walking Dead World Beyond, and then also one of the recent Okay, I almost spoiled that. One, another character from Fear the Walking Dead. That was gonna go early next week. And next week, I got the director, producer, and some of the talent for Disney's Pixar's Luca, which is fantastic. It's beautiful. It's different. It's not Cars. It's not Toy Story. This is its own uh, fun Italian adventure with very different animation that we're not used to seeing from Pixar. So it's a good little palate cleanser.
Cool. With that, guys, thank you so much for listening all week. Let us know some of the type of segments you would like to see in the show. What other content you want to see from LRM or the Genreverse podcast network. It's been a fun week, and I can't wait to talk to you guys later. We'll see you next week. Bye.